What's up, kids? It's your WCEC NXT review for December 18th of 2014. That's today. Well, right now it's yesterday. Unless you're in California, then it's still today. But we're not in California, so it's yesterday, right? Anyway, not. I'm gonna be honest. I wasn't too impressed with this show. Coming off of last week, I was kind of let down a little bit. I think we had 3 matches, and the rest was all like clips of last week, and it just I don't know. But anyway, we have an opening video package, basically reviewing R-Evolution last week. I did like how they edited it. It was pretty cool. It really captured kind of the hype and showed how epic the show was. I like that. What did you think of that opening video package?
I liked it. I did. I liked it. I think he gave a good rundown of what was going on. I think they showed it twice in this show.
Yeah, they did.
For some reason, my phone is ringing, so I'm gonna go answer it. But I do think it gave a good open to the show, and it showed you what went down last week if you didn't see it. And if you didn't see it, why? Why didn't you see it? You should go back and see it because it was fantastic. And I agree with you too that this show was a little bit of a letdown considering last week. And
yeah, you need to go answer your phone, boy. Maybe she's calling. But anyway, we will give him a second to enter the phone. We were supposed to have a special guest on tonight, but she's not replying to us because we have cooties apparently. We sent her an invitation to the video, so hopefully she'll come on a little bit late. But anyway, the show opened with Adrian Neville coming down to the ring. Very upset, very visibly upset, almost in disbelief of what happened. He did high five a little kid in the front row, so that was cool. I thought he was just going to come out the typical heel. Although they are really confusing me with his character, because one week he's being the typical heel with Sami Zayn, the next week, oh, Sami's my best friend, the next week he's heel again, and I'm like, what is going on? Does he have an identity crisis that he has to figure out? But anyway, the fans chanted "Thank you, Neville," which was cool. Neville says, for what it's worth, it should be Sami Zayn out here right now. He says, last week at TakeOver, I noticed that all of the wrestlers tonight called it TakeOver, and then the announcers called it R-Evolution, which is, I don't know. He says last week at TakeOver, they went to war. He says that last week he had the match of his career, and he put in a performance that he is proud of. The fans start chanting, "It was awesome." Ironically, at this point, I don't know if anyone else noticed this, in the corner there was, I guess, a preview for something coming up with Edge and Christian, but Edge and Christian were in the corner of the TV screen, and they reek of awesomeness. So I see what WWE did there. You sneaky dogs, you. Anyway, he says that he can honestly say that the better man won. Sami won and Adrian lost, and it was a bitter pill to swallow. But Sami thoroughly deserves the NXT Championship, which I agreed with. I was surprised at his character tonight. I thought he would be more, I was cheated or I don't know. He says that it should be Sami Zayn in the ring right now. Adrian wishes he could introduce Sami Zayn and see him come down the ramp. He wishes he could that we could all celebrate and that he could shake Sami's hand. But he says, unfortunately, Sami is not here tonight, and he will not be here tonight. And that is thanks to one person, a person that both Sami Zayn and Adrian Neville know very well, Kevin Owens. Or Kevin Steen. I'm gonna call him Kevin Steen. I don't care. What you gonna do, WWE? You gonna sue me? I don't care. Um, they might. I don't know. Uh, Adrian yells, Kevin, wherever you are, I hope you're proud of what you did. In fact, I hope there's someone out there that is proud of you, because I certainly am not. If you don't know what he's talking about, basically, after Sami Zayn won the title last week, he kind of congratulated him, hugged him. Owens did, because they've been friends in the past in Ring of Honor, things like that. And then he attacked him heading up the ramp. So that's what he's talking about, the attack. At this point, Owens' music hits and Kevin slowly walks down to the ring. There was really good tension in this segment between the two. I like that. I like that they kind of portrayed that, because sometimes WWE just doesn't. They just expect it to happen, and it doesn't. Adrian says, before you say anything, what you did was shameful. Adrian says, you had your first appearance on NXT, and you chose to do that. He says, that is shameful. The fans start to chant, shame on you, shame on you. Kevin says, you don't know what to say? You know what? I don't care what you have to say, because your opinion is absolutely irrelevant to me. Owen says, you know what I care about? I care that I am finally here, and I care that Sami Zayn is not. Owen says, I don't have a problem with you, talking to Adrian Neville, but I came here for one reason. That is to get to the absolute top. And I've said that I'll fight anyone and everyone till I'm there. And even though I don't have a problem with you, if you have a problem with me and want to fight, you got to fight. And then Owens leaves, and that opening segment kind of ends. So, didn't really challenge him, but, said, hey, if you want to fight, I'm not going to back down. I like this opening segment. I like the character that Owens. I don't know if Sami Zayn is actually injured, or if they're just kind of giving him some time off after the feud and everything, because he deserves it. He did a great feud with Adrian Neville. He did a great match with Adrian Neville for the title. He deserves at least a week off, maybe a couple weeks off, if he's not actually injured. If he's injured, I hope he comes back soon. But what did you think of the opening segment?
I liked it. I liked that it was intense. I liked that it was between two really talented guys as well. I noticed that Kevin Owens, the scar he had on his nose, looked pretty nasty. Looked like he, really messed it up a little bit there. I don't know if you caught that, how nasty that scar looked.
Yeah.
It's probably not even a scar yet, but you know what I'm saying. And I guess we're getting a Neville Owens feud for now. I don't really know. I guess maybe they're trying to build Owens up to get to the tonight. It's going to be similar, to what happened to Zayn as well. So it's going to be interesting. I found it funny, and I don't know if they said in this segment, But I found it funny that they were like, they were talking to Owens, and they're like, you gotta work your way to the top. And they were talking about how, like, Neville has all this experience and Sami Zayn has all this experience. And then they were like, crapping on the fact that Owens, quote, didn't have any experience. I didn't like that because he does have a ton of experience and probably just as much experience as they do. I don't know if you caught that because they were kind of crapping on Kevin Owens about his experience or whatever, and I was like,
Yeah.
well, that's not true. Albert, Prince Albert, Tensai, whatever, it's not true, sir.
Yeah. But I think WWE
But
doesn't.
overall,
Yeah, it was a good. I think the thing is WWE doesn't. You could be in the indies or in other companies for your entire life, and WWE doesn't consider that experience on a WWE level, which is unfortunate because all of these guys that are coming are 10 times better than the majority of the main roster right now, which is sad. Um, and being completely objective with John Cena, I'm not going to go off on a rant, but these guys literally, no, I'm just saying, they are literally 10 times more talented than the top guy in WWE right now. Just for a pure wrestling standpoint, they are head and shoulders more talented than him. I'm not anything with me hating John Cena. I'm just saying the actual truth. These guys are 10 times more because they've been, and we've said this in our video about wrestling in other countries around the world. They've been all these places and wrestled in they've wrestled from huge arenas to little like gymnasiums, so they've had the time to learn and expand their wrestling knowledge and their moveset and things like that, and they're still not given the respect that they deserve. Yes.
oh, I do have one more thing. I was upset that Sami Zayn wasn't gonna be there because you usually have that like big celebration, after they win. Um,
Yeah.
but I guess we technically kind of had that after last week, as long as that celebration seemed like it was. Um, so I don't know. I don't know how long he's gonna be out. I don't know if they're just really selling it or just. I think they're probably giving him some time off. Probably.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I mean, he did get power bombed on the edge of the apron, but they do that all the time in like Ring of Honor and stuff. So I doubt he really got that injured on that. But anyway, um, so we find out that tonight we will see Enzo Amore and Colin Cassidy versus the Ascension, which confused the hell out of me because I thought the Ascension was going to the main roster. They just had a promo. What are you doing, NXT? What are you doing? Now they're starting a feud with the what? Oh, I hate when they do this. I really do.
It was weird though, because they were kind of like starting that feud and then continuing the other feud. Like it was like, what?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I thought they were going to the main roster. Wait, that's what I thought the big like announcement was that they had later. I was like, bye NXT. I thought they were out. I thought they were letting us know they were going.
Like, what are you doing? Anyway, so we go back to a segment from the R-Evolution pre-show where Bayley confronts Sasha Banks and was attacked from behind by Sasha Banks' henchwoman, Becky Lynch. So I guess we're gonna get a match between Bayley and Becky Lynch tonight. So we'll see what happens with that. Then Devin Taylor interviews Becky Lynch First of all, any thoughts on that little segment from the pre-show before I get into the interview?
Um, it's the lynch woman, not hench woman. Lynch woman. Lynch woman. Get
Oh,
it?
I see what you did there.
No, I don't have any thoughts. I just wanted to say that.
Anyway, Devin asks Becky what's with her change in attitude, and Becky says the only thing that's changed is her ability to see what's in front of her, and Sasha Banks showed her how to get to the next level in NXT. That's basically all the interview was. I didn't write everything that she said, but it's kind of it's almost reminding me of like a Bray Wyatt type, like a female Bray Wyatt or something like that, kind of leading her into what she's thinking is the right way, but leading her down the wrong path. WWE does this a lot, so it's the typical go-to heel thing. Um, then we got first of all, any thoughts on the interview? I
She
didn't think it was
said,
too special, but
yeah, it wasn't too special. She just said Sasha Banks opened my eyes, and I just wrote down that Sasha Banks opened my eyes too. So there you go.
anyway, I got a quick preview for that Larry the Cable Guy movie, and I don't know. WWE keeps like reviving old movie um, series that failed, and they're like, we'll pick it up and make it again. No, stop it, WWE. Knock it off. I think it's like Jingle All the Way. No, something. I don't know. But anyway, we come back to the beautiful one, Prince Pretty Tyler Breeze, talking to us, I guess, on his phone. I guess he's FaceTiming us. I don't know. Um, he just wants to inform us that he will be taking time away from NXT. Because, obviously, he's doing some modeling over in Europe for the holidays, clearly. Why not? But don't worry, he'll keep us informed as to where in the world is Carmen Sandiego. I mean, where is Waldo? I mean, where is Prince Pretty Tyler Breeze? Um, so I mean, I don't know. I guess they don't have anything for him to do, so they're going to send him to Europe. I don't know. Any thoughts on that little info about Tyler Breeze?
I just gotta say thank you to Tyler Breeze for keeping us informed on what's going on. Appreciate it, Prince Pretty.
What up, Tyler? Uh, and next, we are informed that tonight's main event will be Adrian Neville versus Kevin Owens. I almost said Steen again. I can't say Kevin Owens. It doesn't. It's not natural. It's Kevin Steen. Damn it. Anyway, although I do like his KO shirt because it has double meaning, knockout Kevin Owens. Yeah, I, yeah. Anyway, but I feel like we already knew this. We didn't need to be informed from William Regal. We already figured it out that that's going to be the main event. We're not dumb. Come on. Anyway, next we have a Divas match. And in this Divas match, we have the Bubbly Bailey versus the Irish Becky Lynch. I don't know. Oh, by the way, DJ, you can have Sasha. I want Becky. I've decided. I want Becky. She was looking all types of good tonight. Girl. Anyway, so I'm gonna let Aaron take the. Oh wait, she's not here. Never mind. I'm sorry. I had to take the. I'm sorry. 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 I'm a bad person.
It's not bad as saying I'm gonna let Ryan take this.
Hey Ryan. Oh, Ryan's not here. Anyway, this match kind of had a sloppy start to it. They did the typical WWE, as I like to call it, the angry opponent, the angry attack your opponent like you're a beached whale, where they just kind of go, "Ah!" Like, I don't understand. That doesn't do anything. Like, I don't know. Though we did see more of a focused and intense Bailey in this match. Bailey kept going for, Becky kept going for Bailey's injured knee, so it kind of shows a smart heel. A lot of guys don't think to keep going at a injured body part, and she kept going for her knee, which was cool to see. Becky wins via submission in this match. It was a weird, like, figure four reversed inverted. I don't even know what that was. It was cool though. But yeah, I was kind of let down in this match. I think just because, not because it was a bad match, but because we just had such a great match last week that, you know, it was, you can't. So, what are your thoughts on the Divas match we had tonight?
Sasha, I know what the problem was. Sasha Banks was not in this match. Fact. Uh, that's probably what it was. That's why we were crying so much during this match. No, I don't know. I kind of like this match, but I kind of just thought it was kind of okay. Um, Becky reminds me of Lita a little bit, with all her, swiveling, whatever. She reminded me of Lita a lot there. Um, I was thinking about how dizzy she's gonna be when she starts this match. She was spinning a lot. Bailey hit that nice spinning back elbow though. I was a fan of that, or spinning. Yeah, yeah, it was nice. I liked it. I agree with you. She was being really aggressive. I like it. Bailey, no, Bailey. Bailey was being really aggressive. But Becky was really working on that knee. She was gonna lock in the leg lock. So you guys better watch out for that. Um, she was really working that knee. But that they called it a four leg clover. That's what they called it. But it was incredible. I loved it. So it was a good move.
Yeah. The next part of the show confused me because they showed still photos of the NXT women's title match. I remember when, like, the Raw after a pay-per-view, they would show still images of the pay-per-view because they didn't want to show you the video because they wanted you to order the pay-per-view to give us money, but we already are paying for the network. Why can't you just show us the clips of the match? What? It just didn't make sense. I don't know. That was my thought on it. I don't know if you have a different thought or if you agree with. It just didn't make sense.
All right, my thought was they really had to remind me that my girl Sasha Banks didn't win this match. Yeah, no, I never thought about that honestly. The still photos versus actual video thing. Yeah, that really doesn't make sense because we have the network. Unless you're streaming it, then But if you're streaming it, that's on you. But you have the network, so why would you have to? I don't get it. I don't get it. This is
Anyway,
that underappreciation for women's wrestling. That's what it is, darn it.
exactly. Even though they were beautiful photos, still.
HD. They were in HD.
We could see their pores, but that wasn't enough. Anyway, Renee Young had an exclusive interview with Charlotte. I guess I get after her match. It wasn't after her match, but I don't remember when they said. I don't know, but she asked Charlotte how she feels, how she's, yeah, how she feels after this match and retaining her title against her former BFF Sasha Banks. Charlotte says, "Not only did I have a match with my former BFF, but I also made my debut on Raw Monday." She says, "It's been a whirlwind of a week, and Sasha is tough. She's definitely is the boss of NXT, but once again, Charlotte proved she is the most dominant diva in the WWE, and she is genetically superior, and NXT is her throne." Yeah. So there's that. I don't know. Your thoughts on the interview? Exactly.
All I heard was I'm genetically superior. That's no, I kind of liked it, and I don't know. I don't know if it was after her match, but she was shiny, so she was glistening, I guess you could say. So,
Well, that's because
it was after.
she's superior.
Yeah, obviously, she just goes up into an interview, just sweats automatically. She's like Big E. Big E just has this sweating problem, so they just pass it back and forth. They use the handkerchief or whatever.
A faucet.
You know what was funny though? I mean, I know I'm getting off topic here, but like we're talking about sweating though. Big E gave the handkerchief to Natalya, and she was like, "Oh yeah." Like, what is so great about a sweaty handkerchief? That's like if someone threw a mouthpiece at me. I'd be like, "No, I don't want your mouthpiece, sir. I don't care if you're LeBron James, Michael Jordan, or Kobe Bryant, or Allen Iverson, whoever."
You know what would really be a disturbing match just for the sweat factor? Would be Big E versus Bobby Lashley, because they both sweat so much.
That's true. That's true.
Anyway, so we find out that next week we will have a rematch between Charlotte and Sasha Banks for the NXT Women's title. They didn't mention it, but I guess from the shot that they gave us, I'm guessing Ric Flair's gonna be there. He was in the thing that they showed, so I mean I don't know. I don't remember them mentioning him, but he was in the face-off screen thing that they have. So that's cool, I guess. Um, anyway, we got another Total Divas promo, which depresses me even more because freaking Paige hasn't even been on the main roster for a whole year, and she's already Total Diva'd. Like, why?
Hey,
Why,
Naomi about to win this title though. That's all I gotta say. Naomi about to win this title because she ain't on Total Divas. They took her off so she could get a title shot. Yeah. That shows you like the state of Total Divas. Once you enter Total Diva area, you're screwed. Like they took Naomi off the show, and she gets a title shot as soon as she gets off the show. I'm just saying, man.
It doesn't make sense. Why can't the Divas champion be on Total Divas?
Wouldn't that be cooler anyway? Like the life of a champion. Yeah, I'm just saying.
I don't know. They did a short review of the NXT Tag Team Championship match last week where the Lucha Dragons retained, which I'm still surprised at. I don't know. I mean, I love Kalisto, but Sin Cara is just so stale to me anymore. He doesn't do anything that excites me. Ever. It's all Kalisto. But anyway, We have a backstage segment with William Regal in his office reading a book. The Vaudevillains enter, and ironically, as soon as they enter, the screen goes to the grainy black and white. I mean, I guess that just happens wherever they go. Like if you meet them in person, the whole room just goes grainy black and white. Um, Regal asks them how they're doing. Not good, they say. They tell Regal that they have something to show him. Um, exactly. Aiden English is holding a tablet, not an iPad. So I mean, I guess maybe they don't have money for iPad. With the video of their match at Takeover, they show him the end of the match, and they say, "Did you see?" William says, "Not the legal man." Um, they say Aiden was the legal man, but Simon was the one pinned. Now, how could that happen? It's WWE. That's how that could happen. Um, William said it's dreadful. It's a dreadful oversight. He says the only thing that I can do to right this wrong is give them a rematch for the titles. They say tonight, and William says no, absolutely not. The show is booked because we saw so much wrestling tonight. It was so booked, it was jam packed. You know, I didn't know where the wrestling was beginning and ending. There was so. Oh my God. This show really depressed me because there was so much non-wrestling. It was like, this is why I love NXT, because it's a wrestling show. Anyway, um, but anyway, he says, but he'll sort it out for them. So I guess we'll be getting a rematch in the hopefully near future. And yeah, so next we had, well, any thoughts on that backstage segment before I move on?
First off, Lil Jimmy was on the run here in this match. Lil Jimmy came in and he made sure that the Vaudevillains lost last week. So it's a conspiracy. Shout out to R-Truth, which I
Come
don't know
on,
where
yeah,
he is right
Jimmy.
now, but shout out to R-Truth and his entire heel run, which I love. But I don't know. This is a conspiracy. They can't be keeping the Vaudevillains down, darn it. They better win this next match or I'm going to cry. I'm not going to cry, but I'm going to be upset. Probably not going to be too upset, but I'm going to be a little bit upset.
That de-escalated quickly. I'm gonna cry. Well, I'm not gonna cry. I'm gonna be a little bit upset. I'm gonna have a sad face. um, Next, we had Bull Dempsey versus still not Baron Corbin. They didn't even give this guy's name. I don't even know who the jobber was, but it was basically just another jobber match, which is really starting to annoy me. I mean, building up a guy with jobbers is good to an extent. Um, any thoughts about this match before I go to the after match thingy?
There was no countdown for Bull Dempsey, so that kind of tells you where the crowd is in this feud. Also, I called this guy Green Purple Fella because I didn't know who he was.
Green purple fella. Yeah. But anyway, after the match, Bull walks up the ramp, and all of a sudden the lights go out and Corbin's music hits. Corbin comes out for his match with Jobber number 2, as I've called him. Jobber number 2, yes. Both Corbin and Bull just kind of stare at each other, because, yeah. This was another useless short match for Baron Corbin. I think it was 13 seconds in this one that the fans counted. Any thoughts on this match before I get to this after match segment? The whole 13.
Baron Corbin versus other guy who didn't have an entrance. I don't know. He at the end of days to win. So there you go. There's some good stuff going on there. But the crowd was actually counting for this. So like I said, that kind of tells you who the crowd's behind in this upcoming feud, maybe, perhaps, or maybe they're just gonna bury jobbers until until there's no more jobbers to bury.
Now what do we do? I don't know. uh, as Baron walks back up the ramp after his match, Bull is still there. They face each other, and Bull shoves Baron and quickly jumps off the side of the ramp away from Baron Corbin. When they finally go at it, it better be awesome, or all of this build-up is just a waste of time. That's what I'm afraid of. That they're finally gonna go at it, and it's just gonna suck, and all this build-up will be for nothing. So I'm hoping for a good match, and I'm hoping it's sometime soon, because I'm tired of just seeing jobbers get beat up. It's not fun, especially not for the guy who probably gets paid $20 to get his butt kicked. I wonder how much those jobbers do get paid. That could be a good job, you know. I mean, hey, if it pays the bills, I'll get beat up. I mean, hey, any thoughts on the little face-off there?
I like the face off a lot. The funny part is I like the face off better than any Baron Corbin Bull Dempsey match I've seen in the past month. So there you go. I like the face off because finally we're getting something here. We're getting something, and I love how Bull Dempsey pushes him and then he like dips. He's like, "All right, see you later," and then he's like smiling. He's like, I was like,
Again, they show the opening video package. I like how they said Owens-REvolution was arguably one of the best special events in NXT's history, which I agree with. I think it was actually the best that they've had in NXT's history. It was. If you have not watched it, you stop this video right now. Stop it right now and go watch it. Go now. Go. Anyway, they showed the aftermath of the attack on Sami Zayn, him being put on a stretcher. So, I mean, I don't know. Hopefully he's not actually injured. That would suck. They're going to Daniel Bryan him. But I guess we'll see. If anyone knows, please let us know. If anyone reads like the dirt sheets and stuff like that, because I don't, because I'm just too lazy to look stuff up. So if you know, let us know, because I really would like to know what's going on. But anyway, next we had one of my favorite tag teams right now, Enzo Amore and Big Cass, with Carmella versus the Ascension. Of course, they did the Enzo and Big Cass did their typical entrance, which is always hilarious. They also did the 7 days of Christmas for the Ascension. I don't remember exactly how it went, but it was hilarious. I loved it. I just even if they don't have matches, if they just come out and cut promos, I am happy. Anyway, Enzo ends up getting pinned, but the thing was, Cass goes to get in the ring to break up the count, and he just stops between the ropes before the ref even gets to 2. And I'm like, what? Like, you had time to break that up. Why did you not? What? It didn't make sense. I don't know if you noticed that, but I did. I was like, what? Why? Any thoughts on this match before I get to what Victor and Connor said after? Was that weird to you that he kind of just...
I actually did not notice it. I didn't notice him actually doing that. I don't know if I was probably. I actually didn't notice that. But this team, this Enzo Amore big cast team, I think what they call themselves the what do they call themselves? They said it tonight and I forgot what it was. Certified
Uh,
G's. Call themselves the Certified G's. Right?
certified G and a bona
So,
fide stud, and you can't teach that.
keep that, dude. I love this team. Um, this team is becoming my favorite team very fast. I just hope they don't turn into some like jobber team that everyone loves because that's kind of what happens with a lot of the teams that people actually give two craps about is they turn into jobber teams. Like, let's be honest, people love Slater Gator, but and especially Mini Gator. But you know, except for you, you don't count. You don't count. Everyone else loves Slater Gator. Everyone else loves Slater Gator. Comment and say you love Slater Gator if you really love Slater Gator. If you don't, say you don't. So I know. But I think everyone loves Slater Gator because hoorah, hoorah, hoorah. So, you know. But I love this team, honestly. Just truly and honestly, I love this team.
Yeah.
And you can't teach that.
Big Cass is 7 foot tall, and you can't teach that. After the match, Victor grabs the mic and says, For the past 2 years, we have proven ourselves to be the very best here in NXT. So after what happened last week at TakeOver, we'll consider that beginner's luck. Because Finn Balor, Hideo Itami, as long as the two of us are still standing, there's breath in our lungs, then this war is far from over. Which, you were going to the freaking main roster. What is going on?
So, what if they did this rematch on Raw? The Ascension go over, and it gives some exposure to Tommy and Finn Balor, and then the Ascension just stay on the main roster. There you go.
I don't know.
And you can't teach that. There you go.
But Connor says, Hideo, Finn, next time we meet, you will fall and we will rise. WWE, you confuse me. You thoroughly confused me. I don't get it. I don't know. Any thoughts on the little promo they cut after the match?
I like it, but it is a little confusing because we're getting these promos like the Ascension will rise, and to the main roster, obviously, and it's like, wait, they're still in NXT feud, so what are they doing? I don't really know how they go about sending one person up or sending people up to the main roster. But because I this is my first time watching and seeing someone go up to the main roster, so I'm not sure how they did it with Bo Dallas or how they did it with Paige. So I'm not really sure. I don't think this is the way you do it, but who knows?
Yeah, with Paige, I just remember one night she was on NXT and the next night she's on freaking Raw, and I'm like, what? Okay. But anyway, they talked about the women's title match again. I was surprised how much they talked about that tonight. Hello, WWE, this shows how good that Divas matches can be. But actually, I don't think they call them Divas in NXT. At least they don't call the title the Divas, but they call it the NXT Women's title, which I think gives it a little bit more prestige to it. When they changed the women's title and the main roster to the Divas title, it just went downhill because it's stupid. It's a freaking big butterfly and it looks dumb. Like, even AJ Lee admitted she hates the belt. It's just not her personality. So, anyway. Next is Adrian Neville, the main event. Adrian Neville versus Kevin Owens. After the opening bell, Neville goes for a lockup, but Owens hops out of the ring, kind of playing mind games and setting the pace for the match, which was a smart move. Owens takes his time getting back in. Neville tried to run him into the ropes, kind of, I guess, go into trying to get into a roll up. But Owens grabs the ropes and turns around into a kick from Adrian Neville. After the kick, Owens rolls out of the ring again. Um, Owens kept getting out of the ring pretty much every time Neville got like, the upper hand, which I thought was smart, a smart heel move. Um, uh, he kept dictating the match, which I think was smart. Owens, at one point, Owens gets Neville on the outside of the ring and gets the upper hand, kind of stomping him on the ground, and he yells, "How is this for fun?" Before rolling Neville back into the ring. It was a lot slower and more methodical pace than last week's match, his debut, which I didn't necessarily not like. I liked it. It showed a different side of his personality in this match and a different side of his wrestling skills. Um, During the match, he says, "Nothing." Owen says, "Nothing I do makes me shameful." And a little bit after that, he says, "You were a champion for almost a year. What a joke." I like this. It kind of, I like how he was kind of trash talking during the match. It kind of reminded me like of a young Rock. Like the Rock in his early career would do this. Like he would trash talk during the match. We got a Kevin is better. No, he's not chant. I love Owen's character, especially talking trash during the match. Like I said, this match really showed the dominance and aggression of Kevin Owens. Um, Neville did regain the edge a few times, but he couldn't really keep it just because Owens was so dominant and kind of kept beating him down. Owens did a beautiful spike DDT off the top rope, and I was like, okay, he can do that, but he can't do the package power driver. What's up with that? Um, the match ended in a double countout. After the match, Owens attacks Neville and powerbombs him on the ring apron, just like he did with Sami Zayn. What did you think of this match? So
Um, I like that Owens was kind of picking his spots without backing down. I thought that was really cool how they did that. Um, the back suplex face buster. I don't know if you saw that. I don't know if you mentioned that, but into the
was,
corner that he did. Did you
yeah,
mention that?
I
It
don't
was
think.
nice. It was nice. It was beautiful. Um, it was weird that the commentators acted like they were acting like they didn't know why he did what he did. And like to the fan, it's like, duh, he wants the NXT championship, and then the commentator's like, why did he? Why? It's his friend. Why would he? His thing is like, I'm going to fight anyone and everyone to get to the top. Let's just put one and two together here, commentators. Come on. But it looked like the commentators were being kind of stupid a little bit, or kind of acting like we didn't know what was going on either. Even though I think we got it, okay, we got it, commentators, we got this, darn. Um, I love the Kevin's better, no he's not chance. I love that. Um, that catching Gutbuster into the running senton was really cool. That Heyman's DDT was just out of control. I don't know. I think it was the combination of how Neville sold it too. Like it looked like he was dead. He died a little bit on that one. I don't know if you caught that that corkscrew type of dive that Neville did. I like that
Yeah.
as well. That was cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know how happy I am about this double count out, but it keeps it going, I guess. But then again, does it really keep it going? Because, like I said earlier, he power bombs him into the ring apron. Did you say that already? Did I just spoil that
Yeah.
for everyone?
I just said that.
Okay, cool. Just making sure. He power bombs him into the apron, and they brought out a stretcher. So is the same thing gonna happen to Neville as did Zayn? Like, what's going down? Like, are they gonna, you know, I felt like it was kind of like they were gonna let Neville be hurt, and then Neville's gonna appear on the main roster the next time we see him on TV. But I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know if he's gonna be hurt or if he's gonna be like just he's just gonna come back next week with a taped up back or something. I'm not sure.
I think, yeah, Zayn and Neville are both going to come back, and they're going to have a handicap match against Kevin, and or Kevin's just going to take everybody in the NXT roster out, so he's the only one left that can be the NXT champion. That's how he's going to do it. But yeah, all in all, it still better than most Raws, but it's still, I felt like we could have had more wrestling on the show. Not so much reviewing the takeover, and it felt like there wasn't as much wrestling as we usually get on NXT. But hopefully that'll change.
Could have also had more Sasha Banks.
Anyway. But yeah, it was okay. I still have to go watch Tribute to the Troops because I didn't get to watch that yet. But not too excited about it because Tribute to the Troops the last couple of years has kind of been boring to me anyway. But I guess I'll do my closing. Follow me on Twitter over there. And maybe next week we will have a guest here with us on the show. Possibly, maybe, hopefully a female. Maybe her name will be, I don't know, Erin, possibly. I'm just playing, girl. You know I'm playing, girl. But anyway, yeah, follow me on Twitter. If you're a wrestling fan and you won't be on the show as a guest, you let us know, because we don't discriminate at the Instant Classic Wrestling Podcast unless you don't know anything about wrestling. Then I don't know why you come on, but you can if you want, But I'm gonna throw it over to BJ. He could do his little shtick.
Yeah. So we need more Sasha Banks. I think we got just enough of JoJo tonight. Anyway, follow me on Twitter, at BeastMode123100. It's down there. You see it. I see it. He sees it. They see it. She sees it. We all see it, alright? We see it, so let's just go ahead and get what needs to get done right now, okay?
I don't see it.
Don't be funny. No, this is not a game. No. But what you were talking about, that was actually an idea I had a long time ago that I never got to, about having someone that doesn't know anything about wrestling or hasn't watched wrestling in a long time kind of come in and do a review with us, just to kind of see how people view wrestling outside of wrestling fans like us. That would be a cool thing. But I never got to it, so there we go. That could be a future thing, maybe. Unless Casey's discriminating against those people. Probably he is.
I'm
possibly.
not discriminating as long as you're respectful about it. If you're just going to be like, wrestling sucks, this is stupid, then I don't want you on the show.
Wrestling's so fake. Why do you watch this?
You
Anytime you
just like
complain about something, you gotta say it in a Triple H voice, or it doesn't work.
you just like watching men in underwear wrestle sweaty. Are you gay?
Yeah, that's kind of how it is at times, and it's kind of weird. But look at this. I was at work and I saw a guy in a Ring of Honor shirt, so that was cool. Um, that was very cool. I was excited. I didn't get to talk to him though because he didn't come to my line, and I was like, "Come on, man!" I was like fanboying out a little bit because I was like, "Oh my god, he got a
Yeah.
Ring of Honor shirt. That's cool." Like you don't see it like at all. Like rarely ever do you see someone with a wrestling shirt on. So it's like, "Oh, he got a wrestling shirt." Like it's like let's go talk to him or her.
I feel
But
like any wrestling shirts you actually see are either going to be like Attitude Era or John Cena. Those are the only wrestling shirts I ever see. Like,
I I really want a Bo Lee shirt. Honestly, I would wear that probably every day of my life. Without washing it. Actually, I would wash it, but I'd wash it every day so I can wear it every day.
I, you could be like Luke Harper. He doesn't wash his shirt.
That's true. I'm sure he does, but I'm like, how does he keep that stain in there every? It's like in the perfect spot every time. Like, how does he do that? I don't, I don't know.
I really don't think he washes it.
Probably not. He probably doesn't.
I have a feeling that
But
kid has never seen the inside of a washing machine.
he's probably had that since he's like a little kid. He can still wear it. When he was a little Wyatt. So, speaking of the Wyatts, maybe the Ascension. You said something about the Ascension going with Bray, and Bray's kind of all alone now. So maybe they will go under the tutelage of Bray. Maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know. I don't know. It'll be interesting. But like I said, follow me on Twitter. Share the video if you want to share the video. Um, I hope you enjoyed because that's one of the main things is enjoyment and smiling and happiness and everything. So yeah, yeah. Um, but feel free to watch other videos on the channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, what is wrong with you? Like you have watched this whole video and you haven't subscribed, well, you need to go find that subscribe button really quick. Go have a scavenger hunt, Easter egg hunt, Christmas shopping hunt, or something. Go do it. Go do it, darn it. Go do it. Do it. Do it.
An Easter egg hunt?
Yeah, have an Easter egg hunt, and then you'll get all the Easter eggs before the kids get the Easter eggs in Easter. I got a plan.
I think this review has gone a little too far. It's getting into your head.
Yeah, it's kind of late. So we'll talk to you guys later. Bye. See you guys. Peace.